watching Premium Express on Premium TV. I'm your host, Francis Eji Mensah, and it's streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Go to Facebook, like our page, share a comment, share and then bring a comment. We're going to read it for you. And also YouTube, go and subscribe it. It is Premium TV Ghana, Premium TV Ghana, both on social media handles. So I'm your host, Francis Eji Mensah, and this is where we bring you the newspaper review and also sports tidbits and main discussion. The parliament, the chief speaker, the speaker of parliament says that he will publish the names of the MPs who has contracted COVID-19. Let me go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, we will continue. Oh, okay. Welcome back from the break, and it's Premium Express, and you're watching Premium on Premium TV. Go to our Facebook pages, like our pages, and subscribe on YouTube. And today we have a lot of things to discuss here. I'm your host, Francis Eji Mensah. Before we move on to the newspaper review, let me give you a quote that is written by Francis Eji Mensah. When the sun rises from the east, tells human life that there is hope for, determined, fight for your blessings. Fight for your blessings within the day. So people who are down, down-spirited, I want to tell you that this day is your hope. Go and fight for your blessings. And I'll introduce my guests. My guests and all my panels are ready for that discussion. Honorable Julius. Big man is saying. You be able to call it. Oh, nyam. Now, and Klein, what to say? Nana Yaboa. NY Spirit. Sa spirit mean anything?
Well, it's my spirit. I mean, NY means Nana Yaboa. And NY, the spirit.
There be spirit now. I can't NY no.
The spirit simply means that I don't give up in anything I do.
Oh, sir.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Nana Yaboa spirit.
Okay.
I'm always with high spirit.
Okay. These are my panels. They are ready for that discussion, and I'm your host, Francis Eji Mensah. Nana Yaboa, let's move on straight to the newspaper review. What do you have for us?
Okay. Moving to the newspaper review.
Nana Ube page on and so me.
Moving to the newspaper review. Quick one. The New Crusading Guide. Yes, I'm reading the New Crusading Guide now. It says, we never attacked Electrohem Ghana. That is Adar resident opens up. And then the same Crusading Guide, tomato drivers, buyers hit again. 2 dead, 1 wounded. And then Oforiata's superior public debt management record. And then we are still have here first phase of poultry process plant. First phase of poultry process plant in Ejisu commenced. Yes, commenced. And then I have the informer. The informer says that who gets vaccinated, that is GSA identifies categories of individuals not qualified. Mahama AIDS ranked away. And then the same informer says Parliament talks on COVID-19 protocols. Christian Council urges churches to adhere to protocols. that is for the informer, and then um, on the same informer, I still have the insults will not win any election. Now let me go to.
Okay. Nana Yabua, you see, the informer is trying to tell us that the parliament is tough on COVID-19 protocols, and you could see that the speaker of parliament is trying to say that he's going to publish all the names that has COVID-19, and you could see that 15 MPs and 56 staffers of parliament have, and recently he said that he's going to talk about, or they'll be meeting twice in a week because of that COVID protocols. That is, what is your intent of this?
First of all, let me say a very good morning to your viewers that are watching us across the world. Coming to this whole COVID-19 issue on these are parliamentarians. I believe they are all human beings. They all have blood, and so they are also prone to this whole virus. You get me? Especially they get interactive with the people on doing their campaign purposes. They get interactive with their constituency. They get interactive with the media. You know, they are mostly interacted with let me say the whole Ghana, because they work from other Ghana. Therefore, they are also prone to this disease. You get me? But what I don't know is that I believe is that I think the Speaker of Parliament should keep these names in a safer note on the basis that these are people that interact day in, day out, and they get interactive with their people. When their names are published, you know, the stigmatization on this whole thing, how they will get people, how people will accept them, it's going to be a problem. You get me? That is why even with normal people who get affected, they are not public in a way that people will see them, because the few that have recovered, I mean, we all could know the stigmatization.
But let me come in. It could be right that Speaker Awang Bagwin will publish the name of our MPs so that they could alert ourselves in the public, because they are heading our constituencies.
Like I said, well, you are right in a way, but what I believe is that there's always a way of going about it in Parliament. You get me? Therefore, when there's an issue like that, maybe there can be an instruction that, hey, for the next, let's say, 2-3 months, isolate yourselves. Don't get close to the people. Don't get interactive with the people. I believe that would be a better way of instruction to the MPs rather than publishing their names. You know, publishing their names is going to tarnish their images. Let's not forget that they are on the part of political parties, and definitely they have, let me say, an opposite political party as well, which in a way, when your name is being published that you have COVID-19, it could be used against you. Other party could even go on a back door telling people not to get interactive with you, to even vote against you because you have COVID and you couldn't get interactive with the people. You get me? And so I believe publishing their names wouldn't be the best option to the people, to the MPs. But I believe that there should always be a way, like the Speaker said, there should be a number of days for meetings and number of days for meeting people, the number of people that are supposed to represent Parliament. I think these are, let's say, guidelines that will help the members of Parliament.
Okay, so DM Namiba, you are watching Premium Express on Premium TV on Facebook. Go and like our pages and then share. Bring your comment. We are going to read it for you. It is also streaming on YouTube and all the social media handle. It is Premium TV Ghana. Premium TV Ghana. Go to YouTube, subscribe it, and then also bring a live chat that we will read your messages for you. Oko, is it right for the parliamentarians' names to be published?
Well, first of all, let me say a very big shout out to all our cherished viewers.
Mm.
It's a new day, it's a new week. We are praying for God to open doors this time around. Last week, your friend said, things that we could not do, may the Almighty God give us the strength.
Amen. Amen.
Bountiful.
Uh,
Now, let's get straight to business.
Okay.
We all know that COVID-19 is real, true or false.
oh, yeah. It's
And
real.
we know, say, when you go to the outside world, we have the likes of Prince Charles, other prominent people who have, contacted the
Yeah,
virus
the virus, yeah.
right here in Ghana. Our own gifty
Auntie, yeah.
contracted it. We had it. Honorable Kennedy Japan. He's also a member of Parliament.
And also, Pama Bako, a bishop in the central region. Okay. Okay.
Almighty Kennedy Japan, who is also a member of Parliament, he contracted it. We had it. Like we said, Pama Bako contracted. We had it. So I think bringing it out will not, cost any harm to, because at the end of the day, these are the same people. If you don't know their COVID status, you invite them to funerals during weekends. Oh, let's invite Honorable to come and grace this occasion, and they will come into the public to mingle with the public. Sure, during the campaign time, let us not forget that there was this certain Carlos Ahinkra, Carlos Ahinkra, who contacted the disease and went into public. This thing became a very big issue in Ghana here. People talk about it. Why is he selling himself or Yariano, and he still go to mingle with the people? Up to now, so if today the speaker is telling us, there are some people who still have it, and they are 50 plus, or let's say 15, we should bring it out so that we know them when we are having a friend. So that when we are having programs, we don't invite them, so that they should go into isolation.
So are you trying to say the Speaker of Parliament should bring the names out?
Yes, because they are serving the people. If you are hiding it,
but you could see their political stability is at stake.
Exactly. Let's not forget on the fact that these are prominent people, notwithstanding the fact that they are too. They are above the law. But let's also get on the fact that these are people that get interactive with.
They are also leaders, yes, in a community.
And so, publishing their names is going to affect them one way or the other.
Okay.
Even psychologically, it will affect them because they get to know that the whole country knows that they are COVID positive.
Okay.
But let us not forget, COVID is curable. At the end of the day, all the names we have mentioned.
You said COVID is curable.
Yeah, they've come out of it. Gifty is no longer with the disease.
But he was drinking Sobolo.
He was drinking
Sobolo in a.
So at the end of the day, what you are trying to do,
those are remedies.
Yes, it's remedy. So at the end of the day, the whole patient you say you are really free of the system. Is that not what we are talking about?
Oh, okay.
That is the fact on the ground. When the leaders are doing this, masses, when they get it, do you think they will also go say they buy ever publish it? Because if you, the leader, cannot say the example, say, I've contacted it, yes, this is the situation. So I'm advising the public, say, when you get it.
But you could see that some are afraid of stigmatization. Do you think publishing the names will cause his constituency or her constituency avail to him?
No, I don't think it will cause. It will rather tell the public, say, all those negative stigmatization.
Okay. As my brother said, sorry for cutting you. As my brother said, he said that people in his or her constituency, okay, might stigmatize them in any way. Okay. MP now or corner when you view. MP now on say the pastor de omokasa. And his or her political stability is at stake here.
No, but
is it right?
At the end of the day, it could be you, it could be me.
No. What?
Let's not even forget the fact that those people that you've mentioned all their names, that they are COVID positive. There are people that come out themselves to say it, that this is what they have and they've been isolated. Ghana Health Service does not come out. You get me? Does not come out to say that this particular person has it. This particular person has it. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
And so even with Ghana Health Service, they keep the names secretive.
Okay.
Those that comes out to say that I have it, are people that probably they have issue with maybe treatment or how things go. Then they come out to say that okay, I have it and this happen. You get me? And so even if the health service does not publish names, how then do we expect parliamentary leaders' names to be
Yeah,
published.
but
Okay.
I think the speaker made it clear. Some people have contacted the virus, and it's either they stay at home, they isolate themselves, or else you publish their name. And very simple. If you think you have it, speakers, if don't come into the chambers with the virus, just stay at home.
I think that is the best.
Yes,
way.
and it's because they are not yielding to the speakers.
So
voice. That is why he decided, okay, that is the case.
not
It could be a verbal threat.
That's right.
I mean, let them stop coming to the parliament and say, okay, if you don't stay at home, they are publish your name for the whole of Ghana, the general public to know that you have A, B, C, or D.
But in this country, Ghana, our constitution allows the MPs to sit as many times it is in a country.
My brother, we are not in normal times. Forget about the constitution. We are not in normal times. This is a disease that has caused the likes of America and coast.
Okay.
Legend. Late Rollins.
Let's roll this one now.
Okay, a doctor, a professor in KNUSC, Dr. Kofo Kwadwo, passed on with the COVID issues. He was championing the African herbal medicines that can cure the COVID-19. He passed on just last week. So is it that they are not adhering the protocols, or they have forgotten to do so?
I mean, let's not. Sometimes I always.
Hold on, I'm coming. You are still watching Premium Express on Premium TV. Go to our Facebook page, like our pages, and then share. Give us a comment. We will read it for you. And also streaming in YouTube. Go and subscribe it and give us a live chat, and we're gonna read it for you. Premium TV Ghana on all social media handles. Yes, you are watching Premium TV. I'm your host, Francis Ejay. Bro, let's go on.
Yeah, like I was saying, I have a problem with when people begin to say that we are not adhering to protocols. We are not adhering to protocols. You know, it is good we adhere to protocols, but how best are the protocols saving us? You get me? Trust me, even the way we use our nose mask is not the best way, because immediately you begin to put the nose mask on your nose, covering your mouth and nose, you are not supposed to touch it. So you get home, you get to your destination, you take it out from your nose, dump it somewhere. But here lies the case: everywhere we walk, we just touch it, pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. Even when we are covering it so that the virus, we cannot contract it through our nose or mouth.
Is it a lack of education?
I believe it's a lack of education, and there are institutions that are responsible for this. National Civil Communication. These are institutions that are supposed to be having advertisement all over, going around teaching the ordinary people how to go about this whole thing. You get me? For you know, people only know the fact that essential knows mask. But let's not forget that we have a purpose of it, and the purpose is that it covers you from contracting the disease. And then when you use your hand to touch the nose mask, definitely you have it on your hand.
Okay, Christian Council, okay, is saying that all Christians to adhere the protocols in Ghana. Is it that Bishop contracted some? That's why they are bringing these issues.
It's not a matter of Bishop contracting the disease here.
Okay.
It's a matter of the fact that the disease is real. And at the end of the day, the campaign has been on and on and on. I was saying, Star said, if you don't keep reminding people, people might forget. That's why even in the Bible, God keeps saying, remember. Anytime somebody says remember, it means he has already spoken or advised you on something. And I think that it's a call in the right direction, because if the Archbishop himself will not put on one nose mask, or not
Double.
so how much more in the
Exactly.
masses? So I think it's a step in the right direction. The churches have to comply with
The protocols. Okay.
protocols. Yeah.
Okay. Who gets vaccinated? Ghana Standard Authority identify categories of individuals not qualified. If they bring this message, Nana, if they bring this message, is it right? Categories who are qualified to have the vaccinated
My brother, sometimes
vaccines.
I that is Ghana Standard Authority.
Yes.
I have problem with this Ghana Standard Authority collaboration Ghana service when it comes to these vaccines. My problem is that, my brother, before vaccines gets ready to be used, right? It means it has been tested several times, and it is ready for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to test the people, who do you test? You test with the patient.
Okay.
Because you don't test me that I am working on my way. You test
You might contract
it is
asymptomatic.
right, but who is supposed to have it first? That is the question. And here comes
Okay.
the case that we have people that are positive. And so you test them first. When they are able to recover, then
Are you trying to
pass.
say you are not positive?
Of course, I am not positive.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nobody wants this whole thing. So you get
Okay.
at the end of the day, you test those who are supposed to be tested because Ghana Health Service are there, the patients are there. In fact, the numbers are on an increasing rate, and so you test them. When the person is ready, test them. When they recover, we know that it is ready. You can
So
give it
the
to
whole country can take.
exactly. You don't come and give it to me that I am working somewhere and while there are patients there and expect that nobody is to be tested. Test the patient first.
Okay. Honorable Julius, what paper do you have for us?
Yeah, I think I have the daily graphic which says Osuma passes on, and it's talking about Ni Okwe Kinkado Una the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
That is daily graphic, right?
Yeah, daily graphic, and I think say he has been on the throne since May 2010. I think it's a very sad news.
2007.
Sorry, 2010.
27.
Oh, okay.
2007.
So there was this issue about say
Yeah, didn't see.
yeah,
Yeah, Akunyano so.
So officially,
it was gazetted into
Okay, in 2010.
2010.
But he was enthroned in
yeah,
2007.
yeah, but after the enthronement there was
Okay.
this argument against him.
Okay.
So I think say it's a very sad news for the people of Osu, for the Ghana Mashi, and also for Koleo Klote as a constituency, because one way or the other he has helped in diverse development of the constituency. So we say a very big sorry to
The
all
family.
people of
The condolence to the family.
Yeah.
Nana Nani
It's me,
Ni.
Okwe Kinkado, Wona the fifth. Wow.
Ni Okweko.
Okwe,
We'll continue that. But so, boss, continue for us. Oh, nice. The same daily graphic on the front page. COVID-19 is real. It's evil, dangerous virus. Pamo Bako affirms. And then the president to join campaign to consume cocoa products. And then the respondents cancel grill mental Nonu today. So mental Nonu today is going to stand in as a witness for the petitioner and also a cross examination both parties, their legal team. So we wish them all the best. Though.
Oh yes.
Yes, we wish them all the best.
I believe he's prepared for the job because he knows very well. Say Kianiki, it will get to his turn. So we wish him all the best.
I think on this particular newspaper, we have to discuss the cocoa sector a bit because it's been a long time we hearing about this cocoa issue, and I mean very soon we are heading towards Val's Day. We need to consume our own.
You need to consume chocolate, eh?
You get me?
But our roast to cocoa is not it's not good.
It has never been good since independence. All right.
But Nana says year of road, the second year.
You know,
Is he going to do that?
when I think the year of road, there were divisions to it. We have cocoa road, we have urban road, we
Yeah.
have rural
But he has classified all as
all of
year,
them as
year of road.
year of road. You see, when it comes to promise, I mean, everybody can promise, but delivering it becomes the problem. I think that since independent, or even let me start it from when Kwashi started this
Cocoa,
we've
yeah.
always had problem.
He swallowed one
Okay.
from Fernando Po.
I'm only trying to start it from where we started having.
Let me try and give you a short history. He swallowed one from Fernando Po, now Sierra Leone. You see, and he came
Oh, now
down.
Sierra Leone.
Yes, now he came down to Ghana, and you could see that Sierra Leone is the leading Africa of cocoa beans. Yes,
Leading
yes, a leading cocoa producer, leading producer of cocoa beans in Africa.
But you know, I mean, we have also tried our best because producing almost about, I think I haven't heard record on.
But Ghana is second.
I think we have about 700 million tons
Oh yeah, so that makes Ghana
So
second in
we are
Africa.
heading, we at the point I think 2016 we were at 900. Yes, getting to I think 1 million, and then it dropped a bit, maybe due to rescheduling and stuff. But you see, at the end of the day, I believe that we all have the right to help in this whole cocoa production. That is why the president has also, I mean, come out with a policy about this youth in agric and stuff. You know, helping
Planting for food and
planting
jobs.
for food and jobs. I think it is also a best way of helping these people. It shouldn't be always focused on this plantain, yam, and those stuff. Because if Ghana is known, I mean, on one basic that Ghana is known, it's out of cocoa. And so therefore we shouldn't downplay cocoa production. Therefore, there are
Talking about downplay, you see the cost of cocoa in our forest reserve areas where cocoa is exported to Accra and to other various countries for their chocolates in the season of Valentine's Day. Let's talk about the farmers who plant cocoa. The prices given to them, is it accurate? A bag of cocoa mounts up to be 45 to 50 Ghana cedis. A bag of cocoa.
I'll do a research. I think it's almost about 170 or something. But before that, I'll do that research and then get back to you. But before even the bag of cocoa, all right, I believe that the facilities that the cocoa farmers need are the most important thing. Getting them the things that are needed is what is important as at this thing. Roads, urban roads, cost of transportation of this cocoa seed are also important. You get me? So it all bounces back to policies that government makes for these cocoa producers. Now the question is, how many cocoa producers do we have?
We have
the cocoa producers we have, the cocoa farmers we have are, grandfathers and let me say fathers who are in the village. Let me put it this way. You get me? How many? So let me ask you this question: if our fathers and our grandparents are no more, who then succeed the cocoa plantation?
That's why we have food and jobs now. Planting for food and jobs.
And how well are they going? How well are they going into this cocoa production? You could know that the planting for food and jobs are always on cassava, plantain, cashew, and those. How well are we investing in our cocoa? You get me? I believe the former president John Mahama came, and then the fertilizer for cocoa was free.
Was it free?
It was free. When it comes to corruption, I mean, it's everywhere. Both the political parties, no doubt about it.
Okay.
But he came and made it free. Now you come and then you tell us that, okay, because when it was free, people were stealing it. So you want to sell it so that people become serious for accountability. Now the people cannot buy it. What is the use of it? The people cannot buy it, and then your own people transport it to other countries. There have been videos. You get me? Which is very, very bad. If you want policies and you want to invest in our cocoa sector, you make all these policies available to the farmers.
Okay. Cocoa industry.
Yeah, I think there's a saying says and I'm never infinity. Anytime the fish tries to spawn, it starts from the head. It's all about leadership. Him, this cocoa, every single government from 92 up to now, every single state of the nation address, you keep hearing president talking about cocoa rules. It's a and they will stop
these cocoa roads are not many that you could tell me that
they are not all that many.
Yes,
but they keep talking about cocoa roads.
These are simple roads that lead to a major road.
Yeah, but it's not about talking. You have to walk the talk. So what you saying? You see, one thing we shouldn't run away. One of the facts, and say, some of us when we were in school, they all said, "Everybody, you are late. You want to be punished." Then they push you into your friend exchange. Because go and read.
Yes.
So read, you cry, sir.
We have
so
the
the mentality in your head is anything about farming.
Teach any town.
No, it's not about teach any town. Anything about reading or farming, then it's a source of punishment. That is the mentality they created. So at the end of the day, you ask yourself, say, which graduate will come out and say, I was punished with this, so I would like to become this when I finish school. At the end of the day, you hear them mentioning doctor, pilot, teacher, because you have let them know, say, reading is a punishment. But if we
White collar jobs.
Yes, white. No, it's not even. So
The white collar jobs.
Come back and reframe our subject, reframe our mind, and say, okay, fine. This is the new. You see, people will see it as a profession, not just.
Nkrumah boosted. Okay, let wait.
I think yes, it's 514 cities.
514 cities. Okay.
20 to 2021 price. Normally it was 475 cities. So
it
I
has
think
been
they are
increased
increasing increment, of course, about 8.2%.
Yeah.
Increment in it.
So 514 cities.
So there has been an increment.
It's still low.
Yeah. So like I was saying.
In a reign of Atamot, may he so rest in peace, His Excellency, former. He was paying the cocoa farmers 600. And how? Yeah, he was paying cocoa farmers 600. A bag, yes, a bag of cocoa, 600.
But I believe
that is where our former president, John Dramani Mahama, tried to supply them with free.
No, but if you tell me 600, I think I'll doubt a bit.
Free
on the note that, according to the source I have here, gives me that there have been increment. You get me? So if there's been
increment is now 500 now.
You get me? It means there's a little. I doubt it. I'll check the facts well, but I believe it was less than.
Okay, so let's move on to history. Nkrumah invested in cocoa. Okay, Busia invested in cocoa. Akufo-Addo Senior invested in cocoa, and also a champion, Kotoka, and then Akufu. They also invested in cocoa. And then right down to Jerry also invested in cocoa, then Kofo, and then Tamils, and then John Dramani Mahama, and then Akufo-Addo. They are all investing in cocoa, but our tones are not rising. Is it the supplement that they need that is not going, the requirements that they need?
You see it to be like they are investing, but on the ground they are not. They come out to give false information. I'm not condemning any political party. Both the political parties, they come out to give false NDC.
Okay, so let me take one Ghanaian paper, and then we continue with our segment. The Ghanaian Observer on the front page, managing Ghana's public debt under Akufo-Addo Mahama's regime. Ofori attest superior public debt management record unveiled. COVID-19 trust fund. Sikans and Sendia Yara. Have you heard of that? And I think we will talk about this issue the next time we meet. Mahama apologies, retracts of bribery allegation. Hey, Muntaka, sorry, viewers. Muntaka apologies, retracts for bribery.
Apologize.
Oh, apologies. Me apologize.
Let's go.
Yeah. Allegations against Supreme Court. Muntaka saying that all judges bribing some of the parliamentarians to take bribe and vote in for the former Speaker of Parliament, Michael Quay. Is it right for him to say that as a parliamentarian?
It depends on his source and his evidence, all right? But however be the case, judges are, let me put it this way, are superior of laws and rules, you get me? And so if you put these allegations on them, you make the ordinary people lose trust in our judges, you get me? Sometimes it feels bad when you say such things and you don't have evidence. We live in a country where technology is very, very available, and so anybody can do anything at any point in time. If you think you have this little source of evidence, and so you can come out to say anything you want, at the end of the day, it might not be true.
I think Justice Enim, his lordship, probed him to bring his evidence. That shows he has not even shown up.
So why do you come out to say such a thing on our judges? And these are judges that are even on this court case. There are judges that are heading this court case, and so the court petition. And so if you don't trust our judges, why then do you with your president go to the court? If you don't trust our judges, you get me? And to give such an act that people will have to bribe MPs, member of parliament, to vote for Makokwe, that means that the judges are bribing MPP MPs or NDC MPs. You get me? Because automatically MPP MPs will vote for Makokwe. And so if you tell me the judges are bribing other MPs, it means you are telling me that the judges are bribing the NDC MPs. Why don't you advise your MPs instead?
Okay.
Or are you saying the MPs are shallow-minded that they cannot even think for themselves? And how much are they going to be paid to vote for Makokwe? You get me? We are thinking as Ghanaians that he only talked about judges, but on the other hand, he has put the reputation of MPs at a shame, because if a whole member of parliament needs to be bribed before taking a decision as to who is to lead me in parliament, then you tell me that directly the members of parliament, they don't know their right, they don't know their left and right unless they are being bribed. Because you can't tell me that even you yourself, Muntaka, you can be bribed to vote for a leader of parliament.
Okay. Oko,
Yeah.
Judiciary being the third arm of government.
I like that.
And Justice Amin, his lordship, heading this sector. Is it right for a member of parliament, talk anyhow to him?
You know what? I quite remember the 2012-2013 election petition at the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And I remember when the likes of Atubika and the late Sir John, they were dragged for making unnecessary comments.
Yeah.
And you know what? They were made to understand, say, you can do all your jokes, you can do all your unnecessary, insults on radio or TV, wherever. But when it gets to the judiciary, that is where the law is. And
they interpret the constitution.
I'm telling you, that is not a place where you are going to, if anything, it's not about apology. I believe that before you came out, you know the weight, whatever your allegation you are having carries. So it just me said, Muntaka came out because he think he has evidence.
So if I should get your points right, for a name to contempt him to come to court, do you want a name to contempt him to come?
No, that is what he should do, because this is somebody who has come out to say you are taking bribe. If he comes to say I have apologized, and you say because he has apologized and because of that you are forgiving him, then you are trying to tell the general public say what he said, no, he has not been able to prove Sampa Uji bribe. So some will believe say yes, Uji bribe. Some also say maybe it's not true. So it's up to him to go before the judiciary, to go before the judges and prove his point.
Boss, hold your pause. I'll come back to you. Millicent, we greet you this morning. And I think you have brought in a message. Millicent says there is no need of mentioning names. Once you know you have the virus, just stay home. We are in the country. Even if you mention their names, the people will still go near them. So they should just stay home. Simple and short. ABC. Simple as ABC. Millicent, okay, we will tell the Speaker of Parliament not to do that, and then their political stability is at stake. Thank you very much.
And I think they are not willing to stay home. That's why he was threatening them whether they come or not. You mentioned the names here and there. So like I was saying, you see, when you attack the judiciary, you have attacked the strongest arm of government. Because we know that from 92 up to this time, presidents like Jerry Rawlings, we heard it, or this or this. But when it has to do with the judiciary, Master, we shouldn't get near them.
That's right.
So I think to be, brought before the judges to prove his point. Say indeed, I saw you taking it from
I think
I hope you are getting my
Yes,
just a mere apology is not even
No, it's not enough.
Okay,
It's not enough.
so let me continue. Bawumia praises for renovating Nima Islamic Research Institute in Nima. Osu Manche ni Kenka Dodu passes on the 4th. Dowuna, okay, Dowuna, Kenka Dowuna passes on. My condolence to the family. My condolence to the family. It's heartbreaking and it's worrisome because you stay with your father and your father will just pass away. Children, hold your peace, and I know God will surely fight for you. Widow, your husband is only God. You can go in, pray to him, and he will find you a helper. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be what? Comforted. So my dear, stay blessed and stay cool. For this, let me go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, we will continue. Thank you. I'm something very
Say
prophets, so-called prophets.
I like the word.
They know whether they are
Boss,
being
when
called.
you say so-called prophets,
So-called prophets,
We have
because
good ones
they
in
know
our
whether they are truly being ordained by God or not. So-called prophets.
Okay.
If they are truly ordained, so be it. If they are not, God will judge them.
okay.
You get me?
Mhm.
Let me get straight to the point. I've always had problem with these people. Always, you die, you do this, you do that, you do. Why? Why Ghana? Why Ghana? Are you telling me that in the US of A we don't have prophets there?
Oh, we have.
How many times do they prophesy about their leaders? How many times do they prophesy death about these people? How many times do they prophesy about somebody dying, somebody getting an accident, somebody doing this? That is not the only way that you can be named as a good prophet. You get me?
Okay.
It is good that a good prophet, you get a vision and then you prophesy unto the people. Very good. But it shouldn't be always dead. Let's take these 4 pastors for instance. Let's take Bedu Kobi,
Mhm.
1. Let's take Prophet Nigel,
Mhm.
2. Let's take Owusu Bempa, 3. You see these 3 pastors?
Mm.
I've circled them. Let's sit down and ask ourselves how many times they have prophesied good deeds about our leaders.
But it could be also coming out to tell the public that the president would.
And I'm asking
Being
that,
sick
how
on the
many
planet.
times do they prophesy that, okay, now Ghana is going to be second in the whole world when it comes to cocoa production? Or Ghana is going to lead Africa's economy? Or the city, Ghana city is going to lead the all currency? How many times do they prophesy? But they prophesy about that. This one will die, this one will do this one will die. Look, but especially also Bempa and Prophet Nigel. I really have a problem with them. You know, they are men of God. That is what they say. To me, I believe every man of God has an extent. You get me? To the Bible, God said that when you pray for the nation, because when it gets spoiled, you are a man of God. You are
Mm-hmm.
It is right that you pray for the nation. God never said anywhere that this pastor go and predict for MPP, go and predict for NDC, knowing that in election we can never have draw. You get me? In an election we can never have draw. Definitely one will win, one will lose. And so if you go there and say that this one will win, this one would yet to cha. You get my problem here.
Yeah.
These are men of God that they are all over the place. I don't know whether they are political men of God or not. We have other men of God who are also entertainment men of God.
In
They
their
only
family,
prophesy about
entertainment.
entertainment industry. I have a problem with these whole men of God. And then somebody will just go to the church and they'll be without knowing that $2 million. That one you can't have it.
And why will
That one you can't have it. I mean, these pastors should give us a reason of we worshiping God.
Yeah,
you know,
so-
these people are, as a result, that is why I don't go to church.
Okay.
Yes,
That's why you don't,
I don't
go
go
to
to
church.
church. I mean,
Well, are you a Muslim?
I'm not a Muslim, but I don't go to church.
Are you
I am not going.
are you a
I am not
traditionalist?
going to worship man.
You know, that is not a subject.
Are you a
for me. Let's
traditionalist?
continue. That is not a subject.
Oh, okay. Oko, let me come in with this. A girl committing suicide, hanging herself at Atebobo. Producer, please try and get the number for me. Okay, so so producer, please try and get the number for me. A girl committing suicide. All the story is she came from weight, and the family pressuring her, quarreling with her, fighting with her, even accusing her of certain things. Because of this heartbreak, she hanged herself. A girl of 28 years. Onyang Warimpo. Or a virgin. So I don't know. Oh, now okukuni hosana. Boss, send a man about.
I think that is very sad, you know, because like we said, she's too young, 28 years, just because she has traveled outside. So all the family have put all their trust, their hopes, everything on the person. But at the end of the day, she came back with nothing because we all know what is going on in Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and stuff. People going there, they are being maltreated here and there. But you know what? I think sometimes we should also advise the youth of this country to
Look at the screen. You can see this young girl
we should
being
look at
hanged.
greener pastures from within. Because you see, there are so many businesses we can do right here in Ghana. But many a times we feel like going there for greener pastures, going out. But I don't see why the family should put all their pressure on this young 28-year-old. And so what? Did you know what she went through over there?
Okay.
Some people are there, they are willing to come back home. Tickets cry, they will buy to come back home. They don't have it. Some people have been there for years. They don't even have something to do in the form of work. But we keep pressuring them. The person is back. Where from all this unnecessary pressure?
Okay, let me read some comments from the Facebook pages. God Day Tete, good morning, sir. We appreciate you so much. Nanaya upon, good morning, Premium TV. I am watching you from USA. Oh, sir. Any answer yet, Chao? I US phone in MI. Why? Promise Amagazi. Good morning, Premium TV. I am watching live from home. Oh, okay. Sister Promise, we thank you. Your name is nice. Bra man. Sorry. Bra Promise. So continue, sir.
Yeah, so like I was saying, the pressure is too much. Many times somebody even goes to Accra from a village, Wako Accra. Hey, Osika, let's put all our pressures and burdens upon the person. But it's very bad. You see, nobody can deliver or solve your problem apart from God. So what is the fact that a person has traveled abroad doesn't mean say it is all well with the person. Like I said, people are there for years, they don't even have a work to do. People are there for years, they are sleeping on the streets. So what I said, and because of all these unnecessary pressures, they find it difficult to even come home. Because he knows that immediately he comes home and the family will be on him. What did you bring? Where is your this? Where is your this? Your friends say, what for school? This. So I don't get it. So I think we have to do something about it. And the youth that they are coming, all these friends contract at Dubai and workers needed and stuff. So they have to investigate very well because you see these people come with lucrative and honorable terms.
But that down, honey time.
But you go there and it's not like that. At the end of the day, they have seized your passport, they have seized your visa. Who are you going to? So it's like the youth of today, we have to, wise up. You need to from whatever can do over there, we can also do it here.
Okay. Nana, who took quite last year, I call Kuwait. Uko who I was saying, I want net saying. How is it like?
So let me put it, I was in Kuwait, but it wasn't on this working basis.
Okay.
I went there for some seminars that we had there.
Oh, okay.
But you see, let me state this categorically that 90% of Ghanaians are mentally ill.
Really?
Yeah, I know that. 90% of Ghanaians.
Why are you saying that?
You know, the fact that we have not taken off our clothes does not mean you get mentally. Let me put this across. You know why? Because a rational human being, a sound human being, wouldn't take this pressure to commit suicide. It is, you know, before you get to the extent of committing suicide, it means mentally you are disregarded, and so your guilty conscience tells you that you are nothing before the sight of men.
Nana, when you went to Kuwait, you reported that Ghanaians in Kuwait are being suppressed.
It is very true. I had one or two comments about it, and trust me, it was very bad. You know, these are agencies that when they come to Ghana, they tell you that, oh, you go there, you work freely, you get your money and come back. But when you get there, it is a different story altogether. Yes, I had the chance to interact with a couple of them over there, and trust me, they are going through a lot, only for them to know that they have a contract with these agencies 2, 3 years, 4 years, when and for them being, sorry to say this, illiterate, they also signed the contract knowing that anything can happen there, and therefore they need to come back. You get me? Why would you go on a contract basis with an agency to go and work for somebody, and then you go about 4 years saying that if the contract does not finish, I'm not coming back. So even if every day they have to take off one finger, it means you have to be there for 4 years when the contract hasn't finished. You get me? And trust me, the people they recruit out there are not educated. You get me? In other way, how to even find their way home from there, it's a problem. So they get those people that are less educated. And see, when you are there and he doesn't help you out or she doesn't help you out, there's no way you can find your way home. So therefore, you need to be there till the contract ends. And when you get to know more about these contracts, the details, we see that somebody goes to work and then the agency takes 60% and then the worker rather takes 40%, takes 30%, which is very bad. The fact that maybe what you're plane ticket and man while working on the visa does not give you a guarantee. I mean, just calculate, let's calculate $100. $100 per year is about $1,200.
Yes.
Let's take it per 4 years. You get me? $4,800. Supposing you are taking $100 per client, and you have about 10 clients. It means in every 4 years you are taking about $40,000 just getting them their visa and plane tickets. You get me? This is very bad. This is just a rough estimation. Some take to an extent of $200, $300 a month. You get me? At what point in time would you? It is good that you recruit us to go and then occupy positions up there, work out there to earn a living for ourselves and families. But it doesn't give you the fact that you should just go on any terms with that. Give us to people that maltreat us, especially these Arab countries.
Okay.
I mean, they misuse people. They are ladies there who are used as sex dolls. I mean, sex machines. They bang them anytime they want, in the morning, afternoon, evening, and because they are into contract, they have no option. They are just there, crying day in, day out. It is very sad, but for this girl to come back and then the family to maltreat, I believe that maybe the family was also expecting something from them. These villages sometimes that
The first kind of
you get me. You go and then come back with nothing. The cocoa is gone. We have nothing to represent. It gives the family an impression. Sometimes even giving you food, communicating with you becomes a problem because of being one more bra. And when it comes that the little mistake you do, the whole family will just come up to you, hey, this. And if you're not strong enough, I mean, you
can't survive.
My condolences to the family, but there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, my condolences to the family also. You are watching Premium Express on Premium TV, Facebook Live. We're streaming Facebook Live, and also on the YouTube. So you can go subscribe on YouTube and then bring a live chat. We will read it for you. And also Facebook, like our page, and all social media handles is Premium TV Ghana. Premium TV Ghana. Oko, you traveled to Iraq.
Yeah.
Last 2 months, and you brought in a message that the Ghanaians who are residing in Iraq are being maltreated. Is it right for the youth to travel?
It depends, because at the end of the day, you see, people travel for so many reasons. Like my brother said, let's say you have,
Okay, let me ask you. When you went to the Iraq session, what did you go and do there?
Actually, I went for greener pastures.
Oh, okay.
Like,
how many years did you stay there?
You said I went the last 2 months, and you asked me how many years I spent
Just
there.
to check your mind.
Oh, okay. I just for some few weeks.
Okay, just greener pastures.
Yeah,
and how did you see the situation of Ghanaian
for the guys, they don't have much
problem.
But
But the ladies,
like my brother said, the way they are being more treated, they are being used.
Sorry, let me come in with this message. I think I wouldn't mention the person's
name,
but he says that Nana, that's my name. Nana, thank you so much for discussing our issue. He has always been our problem, and we are really suffering here. It will be good if the government should come to our aid for us to come to Ghana. In fact, we having sex with these people, we are even tired. We are maltreated here like prostitutes. Thank you so much. That is a message from one.
That is a sad message that is coming in. Very, very sad, because you could see that people are being maltreated over there across Iraqi countries, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Iraq, Pakistan. You see, these countries, they are very, very dangerous. So
like I was saying, like they are being misused. Some are even used as sex machines. They will have sex with them, like, excuse my word, black tonics. Yes, black tonic. They will have it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and in the night. So what you say? But they have no other option, because they have already been there. Their documents are seized, their passports are seized. So I was happy a few years ago, even including a lady who just commit suicide. She was one of the people Honorable Kennedy Japan brought them to Ghana. But like our texter is saying, it's still going on. So we are pleading. I'm pleading on the government of Ghana. Say, Honorable has done it, but it's not enough. The government should also come in. We remember when the Rawlings late went to Libya and bring in the Ghanaians who are being maltreated. And again, Nigeria. Ghana must go, Ghana must go. Rawlings were there to bring his people. We are pleading on the government, the president and his cabinet. They should go and bring his people back home, because with the efforts in the near time.
Any time. And a minor president, cabinets, ministers, even all the governmental institutions, please try and go and bring your people from Akwantu and then to the country. Okay, it's heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking, because girls are being maltreated. They treat them as prostitutes. They use them as anything. They even kill them. They even starve them. Masa, mo share economy ni mu yi. Mo siesie o man ni mu na youth ni so ntimi nye adwuma nye. Mo ma adwuma ne mra. Enye food and plants nko a ene ebeye. Mo ma adwuma emra o man ni mu. Ne ntimi so nye bi. Na ye nya Akwantu sem na ye kona, ye kwani akohia ya mane ene ya tete sem. Please, government, we are urging on you that you need to stabilize the economy for the country, so that the youth can also establish themselves. Please. My condolences to the girl. Let me go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, we will continue. Welcome back from the break, and it's Premium Express, watching it on Premium TV, and it's streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Go like our pages and subscribe them, and then bring your comment live chat. We'll read it for you. Premium TV Ghana on all social media handles. Our next topic is Speaker to bring the names of MPs who has contracted COVID-19. We have the videos around, and within the discussion we will bring out the video. So producer, get my videos ready for me, and then we will show you to the Oko.
Yeah.
Honorable Speaker Agban Gbagben says that he is going to publish the name of the MPs to the public that they have also contracted COVID-19. Answer, COVID-19 yes, unya krane do din bakrana enkrofodwane. Ebola ba yes but not is yes, it is quite dangerous crossing Ebola.
Yeah.
And
yeah. You know what? I think it's a step in the right direction, because COVID-19 is a global pandemic. And when one contact...
Okay, before you go, what are the symptoms of COVID-19?
Well, I think it's almost familiar with our normal malaria. You have headache, you feel vomiting, and it's just like our normal malaria in the stuff we told you be eating. A whole lot is similar, but you know what? Like I was saying, COVID-19 is a global pandemic, and when one has contacted it, it will not be written on your forehead. Say you have a COVID-19, so I should run away from you. No, that is why the speaker is making it clear. Say he's aware some of them have contacted the virus, so they should stay at home. They should isolate themselves. But it's like they are refusing. That is why he's threatening them. Say if you refuse and you still want to come into the chambers to spread, infect your colleagues, then I will publish your names. I think it's a step in the right direction. Because if you think you have it, you know very well say you have it. What prevents you from isolating yourself? These are the MPs in there. Somebody is having a graduation, a funeral, or even a friend said, a town is making these programs. We invite them to come and sit with us, with the public. So if the person has contacted the virus, and we have invited the person in the presence of thousands of people, what it means you can easily spread it to almost everybody around. And the speaker is telling you, say, the information he has gathered as a speaker and the leader of the house, he said, some of you have contacted the disease. He knows your names, but please, he's begging you to stay at home. And they are still coming to the chambers. And he's telling them, Master, it's like, with all due respect, if you keep coming with the virus, I'll make sure I publish your name for all Ghanaians to know, say, you have the virus. That is a simple...
Is that right?
Oh, yes. If persuasion force is applied.
Persuasion fails.
Force is applied. Because at the end of the day, the matter has to do with the fact that you know you have COVID-19. The first, like I said, the friend said, Kennedy and Japan had it. We all had it. Gifty had it. We all... Almighty Archbishop Buckle, he had it. We all had it. Even Prince Charles of your friend said, England. There's no shame in coming out to say, I have it, so I have isolated myself. You are saving yourself, your family, and all your colleagues in the chamber. So I don't think any speaker can Wakani.
Nana, stigmatization in the country, stigmatization. You know, say, and then I can to me, bro, from the posture. Stigmatization in the country. Is it preferable? Is it good for us to stigmatize people?
Let me start from the note of my brother Julius. If persuasion fails, indeed force must be applied.
Okay.
The reason being that the Speaker of Parliament never came out to say that I'm just going to publish your name. He says, stay at home.
Stay at home.
It means if
did he ask them or he instructed them?
You and you don't like it, then I will force you to do it.
Yeah. Nana, stay at home. Is it instruction or
who is the leader?
No, Agban Gbagben. Honorable Right Speaker Agban Gbagben.
He's the leader.
He's the leader. But
so he has the MPs.
The donation that came in, that's what I'm trying to ask. Is it instruction or a command? Is it instruction or asked?
Look,
were they asked to stay home or did he instructed them to stay home?
Francis, every stay at home is stay at home.
Every stay at home is
Let me
stay
tell
at
you,
home.
whether
Okay.
it's
If
please stay
person,
at home or stay at home, at the end of the day, stay at home.
okay,
Yes. You get me?
okay,
You know, stay at home simply means that we are just giving you a separation from you getting interactive with the people and then giving them this virus. You get me? You have been tested positive. It depends on wherever you went and you had your virus. You get me? The simple way is that stay at home. And if you don't stay at home, I'll publish your name. It means if you don't stay at home and then your name comes into the newspaper and stuff, then you'll be known then. And then if you are known, it even psychologically it's going to affect you.
okay. So your community stigmatizing you.
Yes, it's going to affect you. So the best way, look, if the Speaker of Parliament should publish these MPs, their names, I believe it is as a result of their own negligence.
Okay.
You get me?
Okay.
Because it's a simple way. Go this way and we all live in peace. You said no. And
okay.
At the end of the day, you make the job hard for the Speaker of Parliament. You get me? Because like I said, you are people, and let's not forget that these MPs, some of them are still ministers. You get me? They travel abroad, they get interactive, they go here and there, here and there, here and there. You get me? And these are people that you transfer this virus very easily. Simply, it is just simple. My brother, stay at home. MPs, look, you are not so special than those people who have been isolated. Stay at home. If you don't stay at home, you publish your names. As simple as this.
Stay at home, MPs. And the government trying to say that on the by the end of March, the vaccines will be out. And Ghana Standard Authority is trying to categorize these people who will be having this kind of vaccines and for injections. Is it right to categorize these people?
I mean, I said it earlier on that they are patients and they are honorary people. You get me? Well,
but the government says.
You see,
Mr. Speaker wishes me to draw the attention of members to the House that some members of Parliament who have in fact tested positive to the COVID are still coming to the chamber. The Speaker wishes me to inform that if those members do not withdraw and isolate, he will be forced to publish the names of members who have tested positive in order to warn the rest of us. Please, let's take this protocol seriously and let all members who have been informed of their test results that they have tested positive withdraw from the precincts of Parliament, not just the chamber. Stay home and self-isolate, go through the protocols and recover before they return to the House. Mr. Speaker wishes me to draw the attention of members to the House that some members of Parliament who have in fact tested positive to the COVID are still coming to the chamber. The Speaker wishes me to inform that if those members do not withdraw and isolate, he will be forced to publish the names of members who have tested positive in order to warn the rest of us. Please, let's take this protocol seriously and let all members who have been informed of their test results that they have tested positive withdraw from the precincts of Parliament, not just the chamber. Stay home and self-isolate, go through the protocols and recover before they return to the House.
Okay, Honorable Joe Wise, sitting in for Right Honorable Agban Bagbin, telling the ministers or the parliamentarians that they should stay home, self-isolate, observe the protocols, and they should come back to the house. That one, it is not a command. It was a plea to them, okay, to the house, that they should stay home. They should stay home, okay. They should stay home and then isolate themselves and then observe the protocols. With this, before we went to watch the video, with the stigmatization issue that we're talking about, may you try to tell us more, okay, in the public, how it will affect their political stability.
You know, the video we just watched was that Joe Wise came out to say that some of the members of parliament are still attending meeting, which is very bad. You get me? When you come to meetings, definitely you get interactive with even your MP friends. You get me? And by so doing, you might also contract them as well, which is very bad. This is not the first time COVID is hitting the country. I mean, we've had it a long time. And
this is not the first time.
This is not the first time. The first wave has come and we are dealing with the second
wave. That is the 19th March.
So it's not the first time. I mean, you guys have experience about this whole thing. At the point in time, even during campaign, you people were sharing these nose masks, PPEs, putting your names on it and your flags and other stuff.
And some were not even wearing some.
So you could even get to know that these are members of parliament who knows what corona is about. You get me? And you know that once you get it, you isolate yourself. Even the president suspected that he might have it. He isolated himself for 2 weeks. So then, who are you? I mean, be at home. You are even lucky that
worsening the case.
You are even lucky that this is your first year at office. It means it is not going to affect anything about you, about, let's say, your campaigning or your project or anything. If you were to be in your 4th year, isn't that you'll be in a rush doing something? But you are just about 2 months in your first year. Just stay at home. Stay at home. But staying at home does not mean that you are not going to be paid. You are not going to be giving your allowances. I mean, you are going to have all this. Just stay at home. Let our members be in safe hands. This one becomes a problem. You see, this makes me think that sometimes, I don't want to say this, but I'm forced to say that our parliamentarians, sorry to say this, they are shallow-minded. You get me? I mean, who said, say school no man cool, say if you nyansa na won nimu.
But we're not go school. They are learned people.
They say, school, they don't have common sense. You get me? Stay at home does not mean that go and kill yourself. Stay at home, relax, eat and sleep till you recover. What you say? Why then would you have to force yourself to come to a sitting and all these things? You know, looking at this nowadays, our parliamentarians, I think, I mean, there should be a standard or either way before you contest to be a member of parliament. I mean, psychologically, you need to be checked because these are members of parliament that were fighting in parliament during inauguration of the Speaker of Parliament. You get me? It is very bad. These things are happening. Some are putting ballot papers, ballot boxes. Some are, running away with ballot papers. Some are sitting and that, which at that same time were in COVID era. You get me? Which this same time were in COVID era. It is very bad. And if our supposed lawmakers, I'm using supposed because I still have doubt if they can really make laws for us, because even the law themselves, they break it. They violate the laws. You get me? The supposed lawmakers, at the end of the day, they end up fighting like babies. in when
Parliament.
and my problem is that they weren't doing that on a normal sitting. The whole world was watching. And it was at a point where the whole world wanted to know who really has the majority. And so right from BBC, DWC, NN, Al Jazeera, they were all present in Ghana. And you could come down to this level to act like this. We know that yes, we are humans, we have egos, but at the end of the day, control yourself, because you are acting in the presence of people, or you are in public. And so sometimes you need to control certain attitude.
Okay.
You get me? It is very, very bad. And when it comes down for these people to become our members of parliament, they act childishly like this. Then where is Ghana heading? No wonder we live in a country that somebody can become a member of parliament for 8 years, even without a construction of road. You get me? It is very hard. It is very, very heartbreaking. But at the end of the day, they are still deceiving Ghanaians.
Yes.
But it is the youth that needs to wise up.
It's true, Nana.
It is the youth that needs to wise up, because at the end of the day, our future is at stake.
And I believe the CEO of Premium TV wants to fill the political arena in Parliament and in his constituency.
Well, if at the point in time he also wants to be a member of Parliament, then my little advice is that at the end of the day, I mean, he needs to learn, he needs to learn so that he doesn't join these people. Because once you get there,
Well, okay. Oko.
Yeah.
Yeah, your last words and
Last words on.
COVID-19 MPs.
Yeah, so like I was saying, the speaker has made it very clear. They know they have the virus.
Okay.
And the speaker is like, stay at home. You see, when you are at home, there's no need the speaker will bring your name out. Let us not forget, say, most of these MPs, they have fiancés, side chicks, so to speak. And some of these
fiancés and side chicks.
And some of these side chicks have friends.
Are they papa now?
Whatever. They have friends, they have relatives. And if their names are not out, they want to have your friends, they have an affair with their side chicks. The side chick will come back home. They have relatives at home, they have friends, they have church members, whatever. And they are going to infect all these people. So I think the speaker giving that order or advice wherever you take it, it's a step in the right direction. The thing is, like my brother said, when you are at home, nobody will publish your name. So the best is what they will feel as a miss. So what you are saying?
On Wednesday, there is a fire outbreak that happened at Medina Market. So we are going to watch the video. Let's watch the video on Wednesday. Eja ashishi Kaneshi Eja Tomo Kaneshi Eja Etomo Medina I say 3 times. This is the 3rd time. So I say Kumasi Asafu Market Eja Tutotum Buapaye and now say Ashedaye Sembi Enomoye Oko.
Yeah, first of all, I don't know which of the Wednesdays you are talking about, whether the last Wednesday.
Last week Wednesday.
Oh, okay, last week Wednesday. Thank you very much. You know what? The fact of the matter is our agencies have to work, institutions must work. We know there was a tape going around right from the first somewhere last year, 2 years, whereby top political tycoon came out to say they should go and ban markets here and there. But we should not.
Let's pinpoint facts. You mentioned the person's name. Let the audience know who you are talking about.
No.
Let the people know that these are head of political parties, that such words are not supposed to.
So what we're talking about. So you know, like I was saying, the tape came out. The BNI, the police headquarters invited him. They have took him on investigations.
But they said the document is doctored.
Yes.
The video is doctored.
At the end of the day, let's leave that to the institutions.
Okay,
to work.
fine.
Then
why do you bring his name?
No, that's where I'm coming
Okay.
to. Please allow me to learn. You see, we should not relax and based on the fact, say, Obiaka say a market. So if any market got banned, there is the person. No, let's ask ourselves, what is the wiring conditions of our market? For instance, somewhere last month, Circle or Donor Market, it got banned.
Yeah.
After investigation, they came out said it was wiring connection.
Okay.
Connection, yeah. And the president has ordered that there should be a new wiring altogether. There are times you go to market, after closing from the market, people bend their weight right in the market.
Okay.
The ball anyway, refuse now, the person will bend it. Forgetting say at the next store, there might be a gas over there. Some of these things we have to take into considerations.
Okay.
Some of these illegal wiring, many a times we don't want to go through the right process because we think so going to electricity to pick a form this it will take a long way, and even paying of the prepaid will be a long way. So why can't I tap it from Kweku and Ayamansa? So at least we have securities at our marketplaces. We have AMA officials who patrols at every market. At the end of the day, what are their reports? What did they go there to do? So what I said, we should have people responsible. The fact that somebody has come out to say that we will burn markets, we will do this, we attack this, we attack. So we should relax. Market be here. As people see, I said that market will burn. So he's the
one.
The one. No. Sanka, if we should have caught 1 or 2 people, they would have, come out with whether or not they were sent or not. But at the end of the day, we have all relaxed because there's a tape, whether dotted or not, there's a tape going around saying a certain politician say they will burn market. So let me relax. If my things burn, there is a politician. Sometimes we also know say because anytime a market burn, the president will come and give a promise and say, oh, Charlie, Kenya is a secret about the but I think we have to, use our gumption. We have to be focused as Ghanaians because at the end of the day, market is for you and I. Politicians, they have their big time with friends, businesses that they do, including their wives. But the market is for you and I. So please, I'm urging all Ghanaians, say, what is going on is very bad. Now say, nipa no so yen. Onkai say, okonfubon is your mining gua. Onkai so no so timubi.
Okonfubon is your mining gua. Onkase otimu.
Okay.
Okay. Nana Yabua, market fire outbreaks that is happening in our market. Is it the doctored issues that is bringing this kind of controversies in the market?
You see, my problem.
Look at this incident happen in our community, in our market centers. Is it the doctored issues that is happening, or people planning to bend their own markets to have public funds?
You see, let me say this: if you decide to bend market to have a public fund, excuse me to say, you are a fool. Excuse me to say,
Okay.
you are a fool. What if the public don't come to your aid? What then you earn? But you see, let me come out. I mean, strictly in 2019, 2020, we had about 5,966 fire outbreaks.
A year.
With 2021, we are yet to have it in a year because we've just started. With 2019 as well, we have about 5,703. Look at this increasing rate of fire outbreaks. Now, the question is that what are the causes of these fire outbreaks? This is why I come to my conclusion that, excuse me again, Ghana Fire Service is the most useless security service among.
Why do you say that?
Ghana Fire Service, and I'm saying this on camera straight. Ghana Fire Service is the most useless. I repeat, useless. Excuse my language. Useless security service in Ghana.
I still don't get you why you said useless.
The whole service, there can be a fire outbreak, and then the whole service will move a car from the office to the point, and then they come out to say that we don't have water. You haven't had such an experience. You don't have water, but you moved.
But that's why you are saying they are
you don't
using.
have water. You moved the car from your office to the place. Are you coming to quench the fire with fuel? Or you are coming to quench the fire with your clothes?
But according to some of their proceedings, if they get to a destination and there is a connection of water, they need to burst it and fill their car, and then do it back when they finish quenching the fire. But you cannot say that they are useless. Please.
I'm telling you they are useless because
retract that statement.
Look, let me try and use
every security. Listen, every security personnel is very important in our society. You cannot be a fire. You cannot be a fireman. You cannot be a fireman. Do you know what they pass through?
What do they pass through?
Do you know what?
So they go through
if you have tried their tender and you are moving on with the tender to quench a fire in a location where they can't get an access to that place. Excuse my word, No.
So let me give you statistics, all right?
Please retract that statement. Please retract that statement.
We are having a program
Nana
that people are watching
Nana
out
Yabua.
there.
Retract that statement. Just say you're sorry.
You see,
Retract that
anyway,
statement.
I retract that statement.
Good.
But you see, notwithstanding that, they are still useless.
Why are you saying that they are still useless?
It's okay.
No.
I mean,
Retract it.
if you don't perform your
Just
duty, you are
retract it.
useless, right? If you don't perform your
No
duty, you are useless.
security personnel in the country
No, you see,
is not performing their
Frank,
duty.
you are not
We have the
allowing- you are
army,
not allowing
we have the
it to flow.
immigration, we have the
You are
fire,
not
we have the
allowing it to
customs,
flow
we have the
here. You see,
prisons,
let me get
and we
to
have the
push.
police. Each and every security personnel in the country in a particular security section is performing their duty. Okay? Internal security
if
and
you are performing
external
your duty and
security.
you don't perform it well, you are useless.
No, you
At the
think
end
so
of
they
the
are
day,
useless.
you see, let me use
That's
the
why
word
I'm saying you
useless
cannot be
because
a
at the end of the
fireman.
day, they are
You
being paid
cannot
with
be.
the honoring that money.
Oko, he's saying useless. You conform with him.
That's why you are, asking him to retract.
Yes.
I think
Retract
he
it.
said too harsh a word to
Yes.
use on us.
Oh, no.
No, retract
You
it.
see,
Even though he has a point. I
He
think
has a point,
the word-
though,
the word
but
is a bit too
retract.
harsh. Yeah.
well,
Retract that
I
message.
don't know the right word to use for fire service again because I believe these are the words. This is the best words that can describe them.
Masa Ghana roots crying and your papa.
And let's not talk about roots. Look, let's not talk
Maybe
about
on Baba Crack or Doom
they
Jan
have all the ways.
Our settlements and layouts crowns and your papa.
When fire service is on a mission, okay, quench a fire. No matter if there's traffic or not, they can use other routes.
Who ready to see Masino? A quiet on the fast walk or Doom Jan crown. I just say, two or more, no. Oh no, now I'm on the bucket as a Sadiako. Oh no, so
No, that one depends on
Depend
the
on what?
location of the fire.
that is it.
outfit.
So you
But
are trying to
let
make
me-
a point here.
let me-
Retract that useless. Please.
Before I use a word, I describe them. Let me describe fire service for you. Look, right from 2016, have you had a fire incident that the ordinary people around will tell you that, oh, your fire service is by? They always complain that we called fire service a long time.
These
They are
same
not coming.
people will be calling 911 emergency line and they'll say fire outbreak. On the phone, there is no fire
It is
outbreak.
part of the
Why?
job.
And you also
For that
don't
one-
friend.
for that one,
No.
you don't
And don't
complain.
friend now.
For that
Or better than
one,
Waba.
you are security service. So one
No,
there's a
friend,
problem.
better than Waba. If they're not, that thing is happening seriously.
No,
And
whether
don't
it
you-
is happening or not, you have to be there. And to Fred say, it just sure now back and go back to your office because
How?
there's no fire outbreak.
And
It is part of the job.
we see
It is not
fuel.
happening in Ghana.
We see Ghana fuel.
It doesn't matter. You are
You
doing
know
it.
me and you need cow.
We live in a country where patrol team, Ghana police service patrol team, they fuel the, you know, V8.
Yes,
You know
V8.
V8 cars.
Yes,
You know
V8.
how much it costs to fill a full tank of V8? It's about 2,000 to 3,000 Ghana cedis. They fuel these tanks and they just roam all in the name of security service, right?
I saw more young
Do they get armed robbers?
I'm young.
No.
Their duty. We have patrol
Thank you.
team.
They are what?
Their duty.
It is their duty.
Yeah.
So it is the duty of a fire service to attend to any emergency call.
But the difference between emergency call and prank calls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think my brother was talking with
So
respect
look-
to prank calls.
Yes, that is prank.
Yeah.
Now you are a security service.
Yeah.
And say, Obi the Bibi and Oja Shiwaha, your duty is go and quench the fire. When you get there, there's no fire. You return back in peace. At the end of the day, you are not using your money to fuel the car. You are using government money. Now, the government money is funded by the ordinary Ghanaian taxpayers' money. So if you're a taxpayer and you decide to prank, you should also think that your money is being used in vain. That is the first point. The work of the fire service is that wherever there's fire, get there, quench the fire.
And have you checked the layout?
Look, no, I heard some statistics here.
Have you checked the layout of
Look,
the campus?
okay, let me ask another question. Have you ever had an instance that there's a fire outbreak in one of these our biggest markets, and then fire service comes out to say that there was what do you call it, electronic connection or electrical problem? Have you heard it before? Or maybe somebody
Many
accidentally.
times.
You have some.
Many times. When they go in, they say it is electrical fault. It's electrical fault. And you
No,
know,
hold on. Is it at the fire point or when the PRO comes out to say, because look, there's, do you even know the PRO of Ghana Service, Ghana Fire Service? Do you know him? You know him? You know him? I don't know him.
Good.
Because he's never come out to say that this and this and this and this and this. So even Ghana, we don't know who he is.
I know when fire pains or occurs at a place, you can, detect the fault at the moment.
That is right. You go back to do investigation.
Yeah,
and I'm asking you that how many times do these fire service personnel go back on the field to do investigation? I mean, our viewers are watching. They can come out with comments if indeed when there are fire outbreaks in our market, these fire service personnel do come back again.
So how did the president knows, for instance, Circle O'Donnell is caused by electrical wiring connection, and he has promised that this time around he's going to take a course and make sure there's a very clean wiring this time around.
So you know what? When incidents happens, everybody gives views.
The president.
No, I'm coming. It is not the president's views I'm talking about. I'm telling you that.
Everybody give views.
When it happens, everybody gives views. Now the views is what they based on to do research.
Okay.
Right? Because they were residents there, and these are people that talks about, oh, say this here. Okay, then let's go down and do research if indeed it is that. It is that. You get me? But the problem is that fire service are not doing their work. You see this fire, it burnt into ashes.
Looking at the video or watching the video at Medina, it happened at dawn. We have fire personnel in Medina Zongo Junction who can easily attend to that place. But looking at this location, the route to go there to quench the fire crana a problem. That is a layout. The layout where a tender will pass is a layout.
That is why I'm saying that.
You see,
they are giving all the facilities. That is why they are fire service. They are research personnel. There you are on the street. There are research personnel in the fire service, security service as well. You get it? When they think that, okay, to our notice, we've noticed that when it comes to these are rural areas or areas when we are going to quench fire and stuff, access to the problem, where the incident is a problem to us. So what do? These are all personnel that are employed to gather this information, work on it. You get me? And so if for a long time you know that when there are incidents, access to the place becomes a problem, then as fire service personnel, what are you doing about it? You get me? You need to procure for certain infrastructures to be able to carry out your duties very well. There are so many places.
But I've seen fire personnel moving to various market centers, training or teaching them how to use the fire extinguisher in a market center. Let's ask ourselves: are they having safety fire extinguisher in a marketplace if there is a fire outbreak?
Well,
and at least there are people who sleep in the market, okay, who sees things around the market.
Now, I want to start it from the scratch. Now, before we build a market square, what are the procedures for wiring? What are the rules and regulations laid down in those areas?
Okay.
You see, fire outbreak cannot be said with only the inclusion of wiring. There are other areas that can happen as well. You get it? Sometimes maybe even the people cooking, the restaurants around, the restaurants around. You get me? And all these areas are areas that contribute to fire outbreak.
Okay.
You get it? And so before a market square should be inaugurated, these are places that before it comes out, okay, this place is meant for restaurants, for chop bars, for this place is. So for chop bars, you know how to go about wiring. You know that when we are dealing with gas and other stuff, we know how to go about wiring. When they are ordinary shops, we know how to go about wiring. You get me? So I believe fire service has a lot of work to do when it comes to this fire out.
Okay.
They have a lot.
Okay, 30 seconds. We have 4 minutes. Our time is due.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think we have said a lot concerning the
Yeah.
fire. And like you said, we are calling on authorities to look at layout and settlement. Because, for instance, where I am, I remember there was a fire outbreak the last time, and even getting access to where the house particularly is, it has to take some of the area guys to, yeah, near the bucket and the book. So we are calling on the authorities to, especially the AMA, they should look at where people settle, whether it's from the.
There should be proper layout for building. Proper layout for building.
Thank you very much. You were watching Premium Express TV on Premium TV, and it was streaming live on Facebook. Thanks to my director who make the sound and then the streaming in Facebook, and my cameraman Elliot on camera, and then my producer Echan, who also helped me to do that. Your final word.
Well, finally, I would like to say a very warm greetings to my twin sister Aquile, watching us from Spain. I would like to greet Clara, also from Spain. Sister Sarah is watching from Malam, and Promise Amegaji, also watching from Who. I would like to say a big shout out to all of them.
Same time tomorrow. We'll be here for this same kind of program that you were watching, Premium Express.
Aseni besini kwe